is the video for Sagittarius rising. Okay, so Sagittarius, it's ruled by the planet Jupiter, and it's a fire sign, and it's a mutable fire sign. Mutable meaning changeable, adaptable. So people that have Sagittarius rising, in terms of their appearance, they have something about their appearance that is bold, so they sometimes have large features, large facial features, big smiles. They usually got a full smile and a bright smile. And they sometimes, there's something about the hair that can be, that they can have thick hair but sort of bold hair in a way, or something about the hair that's different. So some men with Sagittarius ascendant might have long hair, that's kind of common, or they have facial hair, like a goatee, that sort of thing. And they're usually tall. So women with Sagittarius ascendant, or even Sagittarius sun, but more the ascendant, for women, they are tall, and have that sort of, Jupiter is like an expansive planet, so they have a bold presence about them. And if they enter a room, they're not going to be under the radar, that's for sure. Sagittarius rising is going to be seen. They're going to be bold, and they'll probably have a really good sense of humour, and they're very opinionated people as well. So they have opinions on a lot of different subjects. As I said, Jupiter is an expansive planet, so people with Sagittarius rising have opinions on a lot of different topics, and they have very they're very broad-minded people, so they do have a lot of knowledge about a lot of different areas of life. They're very intelligent usually. So Sagittarius rising gives a person innate intelligence, I would say, and the ability to understand the big picture of life and to see the big picture of life. So having said that, they sometimes may not be that great with details of things. That might be something that they have to learn in this life, is to pay more attention to details and to the importance of practical matters, because they can have very lofty sort of mental space that they hold in their minds, if that makes sense. So they can sometimes be sort of ungrounded, or not down to earth in a practical sense. So the symbolism with Sagittarius is the centaur, so it's a half man, half horse, or half beast. And this is very symbolic in that, the half man, the energy of the intellect is very much in the higher level of the being, and the animal instinct is sort of separated from the man. So people with Sagittarius rising do have a strong animal instinct, which is almost separate from their intellect. If you're a Sagittarius rising, you have strong Sagittarius, you'll know what I'm talking about there. So one thing they do have to learn is to bring these higher ideals, these beliefs, these opinions and perspectives that they're so passionate about into the practical reality and make it real for their lives. So this can be a challenge for them, and it's a lifelong process for them. A bit more about the personality for Sagittarius rising. They're very restless people. They're always looking for something new information, new knowledge, new wisdom. They're always just grasping something that's just out of reach, like something that can give them a deeper sense of wisdom, or more truth about life. They are truth seekers. They're passionate about issues to do with justice, to do with they may be writers, or they enjoy writing. It's common with Sagittarian types, and that restlessness can sometimes translate to a love of overseas travel. They have an interest in other cultures, and expanding their experience of life through overseas travel, or through connecting with people in other cultures. Now, one of the things that I've noticed myself with people that have Sagittarius rising, and it's a really positive trait, is that they have this wonderful sense of humour, this positive, vibrant expression of themselves. And when they enter a room, it's almost like the atmosphere lifts, or the vibration lifts. That's someone that embodies a very positive energy of the Sagittarius rising, and they can have a really healing and positive effect on people, especially if, say, you're in a relationship with a Sagittarius rising and your natural temperament is more down to earth and serious, or melancholy, or moody. Then the Sagittarius rising person will have the natural ability to lift the energy and lift the mood and lift the atmosphere in the relationship. So they'll always be suggesting new things to do. They'll want to get out and about, and be out there in the world, and doing physical things, and not just physical things, but things that have an appeal both to their mind and and the sense of physical expression. So they like to do things that combine that sense of passion and connecting with life. What else can I say? They, they're as I said before, they're pretty opinionated. So they can be quite loud. They can be very verbal in terms of their thoughts. They won't hold back their opinion in a situation where everyone's sharing thoughts and views. They will be the one that has quite a lot to say on a matter. And they can be quite stimulating conversationalists and very interesting to listen to, though you might, on the dark side of them, you might think they're a little bit arrogant sometimes, because they are so smart that they can sometimes sound as if they know it all. It's just, it's that expansive Jupiterian influence, on their personality. It's larger than life in a way. So, and they're very fun-loving. They love to indulge in enjoyment, things that they enjoy. So, again, on the negative side, there could be like an overindulgence, and not just an overindulgence in food, for example, but an overindulgence in anything that makes them feel good. So it's probably not as problematic as a Sagittarius moon, because that's connected to the emotions, but it definitely could feature with someone that has a Sagittarius rising as something that drives them. They might be driven to just indulge in whatever's fun, and sometimes they're quite laid back as well. That's the other thing I've got to say. Even though they're opinionated, they are actually quite laid back in that the sense that they're not overly serious people. They're not uptight. They're not, a Sagittarius rising person's not a buttoned up sort of uptight person, not like a Virgo rising or what's the other one I was thinking of? Maybe not like a Scorpio rising. So, and the thing that, as I said before, the thing that stands out is the humour. They have excellent humour. They love things that are funny, and they are usually like quite funny people. So, comedic types, or very witty and have that intellectual view of things and that broader view of things. Just trying to think. Because they're a fire sign, they're full of energy and passion, and they're restless, so they're not just going to be sitting around at home doing nothing every day, unless there's a lot of other things in their chart that pull them into that type of held back energy. But they want to get out there and explore. Life is an adventure to them. They want to find answers to things that they're passionate about. And also, they can be quite ambitious. Again, it depends on the rest of the chart, but I think Sagittarius, it's about the centaur with the arrow, so pointing that arrow at a target and going after what they want. And actually, that's another thing. When they do that, and they have this natural faith in life and a connection to their intuition. So people say that Sagittarius is lucky, but I think the truth of the matter is it's not simple luck always. It's more a case that in the moment they have faith in pursuing what they want to pursue, and they will take that chance on it. They will take that risk, and they will go after it wholeheartedly, and they will not hold back until they achieve what they want. Some people can see that as luck, and it might be a little bit of luck sometimes. I'm not saying it's not luck, but I'm saying that I've noticed this with people with Sagittarius rising, that they trust in what it is that they want, and they go after it 100%. And so if you really, really want something and you go after it 100%, your chances of getting that thing are a lot more, are increased. Whereas, say, for example, someone that has a Gemini rising might really want something, but if they want something else and they're not sure, they can't make a decision. Same with Libra rising, the indecision. So that can weaken the resolve and prevent them from obtaining what they really want because of this second guessing or indecision. Sagittarius doesn't have that problem, so then they do achieve what they want, and people think, oh, they're lucky, but well, are they really lucky? That's an interesting question. So when Sagittarius people have faith and they go after what they want, they will get what they want. So that's a powerful thing, and they have very good intuition. because they have a connection to, you know, a higher faith or a higher belief. You know, some Sagittarius risings have a really strong belief in a higher power, and that gives them a stronger sense of faith, which allows more synchronicity to flow in their lives. So if you're in a relationship with Sagittarius rising, you might find that they're stubborn when it comes to their opinions, but they're not inflexible, so they can change their mind. And they are always seeking knowledge, so they might be reading a lot, they might be researching things that they're passionate about, but they'll also be getting out and about. They're not someone that's just going to be at home all the time. So, you know, they'll probably have an interest in travel and trying different things, and you know, interest in writing, publishing, overseas travel, religion, philosophy, that sort of thing. And I'll have a really great sense of humour, so there'll probably never be a dull moment with a Sagittarius rising. And yeah, so, you know, I think it's probably, as a rising sign, a really great rising sign to have. If you're a Sagittarius rising, I'd say, you know, you are lucky because of having that rising sign. It's a very positive energy for your rising sign. It's definitely not a downer, and it's not negative. The only thing I will just add in closing is, if someone is on the lower energy of a Sagittarius rising, they might get stuck in overindulging in all the good things of life, and it might affect them in that way. So, you know, Sagittarius rising have to watch for that overindulgence, because it can cause liverishness, problems with the digestive area. Sagittarius does rule the thighs, and there can be problems with the thighs as well, but there can be problems with the liver because of overindulgence as well. So I think that's pretty much all I can say, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're a Sagittarius rising, feel free to comment, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.